Hey listeners, it's Toby, your host of this Nigerian Life podcast. I'm taking a little detour from my solo thoughts to bring you a special series that I call What Makes You Tick. I recorded these conversations in the summer of 2025 simply to understand the people in my life a bit more deeply and to explore what kind of stories we had around us. And what I discovered is that there are remarkable stories all around. We just have to be curious enough to notice them. And so, in honor of these women and in honor of Women's History Month this March, I'm sharing some of these stories with you. The stories of womanhood in different forms. We have Simile Olua, who speaks about motherhood, new age Nigerian grandparents, and the village that we were promised. We have Dija, who speaks about being a Muslim woman in technology, growing up in a supportive family that nurtured her curiosity and love for science. And we have Rose on healing her mind and body with exercise and why women, especially in midlife, should be lifting weights. And there's Lala, who speaks about raising smart children in a digital age and navigating dating as a single mom. Thank you to these incredible women for trusting me with their stories. I hope as you listen, you find yourself reflecting on your own experiences and what makes you tick. And now for today's episode. Hey Rose, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, Toby. Thank you for having me.
Let me start by asking you, what is giving you joy these days? It could be anything.
That's a good question. What is giving me joy? Well, because you know me, you know that it's fitness that is giving me joy. I sleep, I dream, I wake up, and it's, hey, how do I move my body today to make me feel good? So, yes, fitness is giving me joy. Solitude is giving me joy. I'm not going to lie. Solitude is giving me lots of joy, peace. I'm actually forcing myself now to be around people more because there's something that solitude does. I mean, it gives you peace,
Yes.
but it also isolates you in a way that you begin to dread human interaction or not want to be around people as much. So these days, I'm forcing myself to, well, not forcing, I won't say force, but I'll say I constantly make the effort to enjoy people's company more. Yes,
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
just being by myself. But yes, I'm really enjoying it more than ever.
Yeah, I feel you because it's the same for me as well, being by myself and not wanting to do with certain things. But that part you said about what isolation does
Mm-hmm.
is true because you sometimes I find that I'm being impatient with people, quick to go like, I don't need this. Let me go home. I don't have to be here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And mostly with younger people. For me, my experience, I had noticed that I'm more impatient with younger people and I'm putting in a lot of effort to understand them more
Yeah.
so that, we are able to be around each other more and then understand each other better.
Okay, so that covers what's giving you joy. What about what is
Yes.
pissing you off? What is
What is
pissing you off
pissing
these
me off?
days?
It's still people. I know we're not talking about politics, but Nigeria, being around people constantly is not avoidable. But also, you get to see that we're all not brought up the same way. I mean, we all cannot go through the stages of growing up in the same pattern or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then be around people, even in the smallest of encounter or whatever, it just triggers you because a lot of people they have no social etiquette, they have no boundaries, they
Yeah.
don't know how to be around other people. You are in a public transportation. I take a lot of public transportation when I go to the gym because
Mm.
I go to the gym 4 times a week.
Yeah.
So I make sure that my lifestyle is patterned in a way that it is affordable for me and then I'm able to do it as much as I want to. And then every time that I'm commuting with Nigerians, oh, I pray for extra patience all the time. Like, come on, why do you smell like this? Why are you man spreading in a very tiny vehicle? Why are you loud? Yes, so that is what annoys me mostly. But hey, it's life, right? We have to
Mm.
deal with people, we have to live with people. So that is also helping me because I don't internalize the things that when I encounter people, maybe whether good or bad,
Mm-hmm.
it just helps me to understand myself better. Like, you know what? Let's take this inside and see how we feel and how we can better be around
Yeah.
people so that we're not.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I view life now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quick to snap or
Mm-hmm.
quick to, just be obnoxious as well. But I do that when necessary. But if not, hey, just move on. I say, okay, so what have we learned today? Okay, we've learned to be more patient.
Yeah. I feel you.
Okay, we've learned to be more tolerable. So that's it for me.
I want you to cast your mind back to your childhood. I know that you went to boarding house and you've
Mhm.
told me so many stories about your time as a student in boarding house. What was that experience like? What age were you when you started in boarding house? And tell me what it was like then in the 90s.
In the 90s, wow. Okay, I think I was 12 when I became a boarder because my JSS1, I was a day student in Lagos. And then we relocated to Abuja and then ended up in the boarding house. Honestly, looking back now, wow. Oh, the word to describe. It was not exactly a pleasant experience. I met a lot of people that I liked. I mean, I made good friendships. A lot of them now were reconnected because I lost connection with a lot of them after school, after I left Abuja and moved back to Lagos. But generally speaking, being a Lagos girl, spent 11 years in Lagos and then moving to Abuja and the contrast, the cultural shock.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of cultural shock, a lot of changes, and a teenager, a young girl. In fact, my first day in the boarding house, I remember when my sister holding ourselves and crying, like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
oh, we're crying out. Oh, what did we do to our mother? What did we do? We have to beg her. Kila she, why did she put us here?
Oh wow.
Why? What exactly have we done to deserve this punishment? Because it was it was so scary.
Wow.
The hostels were dilapidated. In Lagos, we mostly spoke in English, Yoruba. There, it's straight up Hausa. It was hardly English,
Mm-hmm.
and then people would make fun of us, like, what's wrong with this one? They are from Lagos now. No wonder they speak English. Here, you either speak Pidgin or you speak Hausa. It was hard, but I really liked my friendship. I'll say I really enjoyed my friendships, but generally, I didn't like the entire experience. I was sick a
Mm.
lot
Oh
in the
wow.
boarding house. I was falling sick like every month. I ended up in the sick bay a lot.
What
But
was
teenagers.
what was your typical day like
Wow.
in the boarding
Okay,
house?
you know what? The first morning in the boarding house, so there's something that we do that is called a general roll call. We wake up
Mm-hmm.
every morning, we all assemble. We had a common ground where all the students, the boys, girls, will assemble in the morning
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll do devotion. There's young Catholic student group, then there's the general Christian students group, then you have the Muslim. So we do our prayers, we do roll calls, and then they'll give us duties. We'll be assigned duties there in the morning. Everybody have to be present. If you are not present, there is punishment.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine getting to the boarding house after we've been traumatized by the hostels, the roof were falling. We could see the ceiling from inside the
Wow.
building
I
without,
feel what you
yes, it was,
mean.
you can see the bears, zinc, yabi.
Zinc, yeah, the
You can
wooden
see
thing.
the wood is not there. It's just the thing. You can see everything is gone. So you can see the from inside the building. The
Wow.
floors were broken. The beds were, oh my goodness. We managed to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Only for us to be woken up. We thought we were in a war zone the next morning because seniors will come into your hostel and they're waking you up. Everybody, get up, get out, go to the roll call, bro. I was looking around,
God.
see, God, what is happening? Immediately we got to the roll call, and I was tiny.
Mm-hmm.
My sister was in, I think, SS1.
Mm-hmm.
I was in JSS2. We got to the roll call ground, and then it's everybody lie down. Your father, I go chop your father yash. I go do. I'm like, what
God.
is the meaning of this?
Oh,
Where is this one? And then they are calling people from different hostels. Where are Kwalia's boy? Come, boys, come here and lie down. Kwali, what are we lying down for? And they are flogging you 4 a.m.,
wow.
5 a.m. in the morning. Why? Why are you traumatizing children like this? Oh
There
my
were fellow
goodness.
children too, though, no?
Yeah, well, not all of them, because my school mother at the time was probably in her 20s. I had friends that were in their 20s in secondary school.
In
Yes,
secondary school, 20s. Those are old people.
yes, there were people that were much older. in secondary school in Abuja at the time. I don't know what it's like now. We know now that you have 19, 15, even 17, 16-year olds,
Mm-hmm.
graduating from the uni.
Yeah.
But back in the day, we were very small, and a lot of them were grown, like they were grown, not small teenagers. Oh. So I was one of the younger students at the time. Even in my SS3, I was
Mm-hmm.
what, 17. Have friends that were in their 20s. I mean, I have friends now that this year are turning 45, 46. Yes, and we
Yeah.
went to secondary school together. So generally, yeah, it wasn't exactly pleasant with the teachers. The teachers, wow, transitioning from Lagos to Abuja was very, very difficult on me
Okay.
because the men were, this
Mm.
is a topic that is very, very sensitive to me.
Mm-hmm.
They assaulted the girls.
Oh my
They
God.
they were very inappropriate with the female students, right?
Yeah.
And there's always a transitioning phase for you. They don't come to you when you are in your SS1, SS2. But the moment you're in SS3, oh
Mm.
wow, SS3 was a turning point in my life that a lot of us just wanted to leave the school
Oh my
because the
God.
teachers were dating SS3 students.
Oh
Like it
my
was
God.
a normal thing. And if you do not agree to date them, then they will make your life a living hell. And
Oh
that
my
was for
God.
somebody like me, so
And you're
from my
someone who is naturally outspoken.
exactly.
Now imagine someone who is not as outspoken as you were. I mean, it's horrible all around.
Exactly. It
Cause
was very terrible because they made sure they bullied me right from my GSS. I think right from SS1 up until my SS3. SS3 was worse though. Because the teachers would say, don't roll with them, oh, they are Lagos girls, they are sports, they are this, they are that. And it's
actually,
the Lagos people
oh God.
that refuse their offers, refuse their advances.
Mm.
The northern girls were more receptive. I mean, they didn't know any different
Yeah.
because some of them ended up marrying them. There was
Yeah.
one of the students that married the school security man.
God
Oh,
forbid.
elderly
What?
man. Oh,
Yeah, but that's not entirely surprising though. Child marriage is
yeah, elderly
common.
man. Some of the students, my very close friend's elder sister, one of my
Mm.
elder sisters, became the fourth wife to one of
Oh,
the principals.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
but she was barely out of secondary school at the time. In fact, looking back,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't until a couple of years ago that I realized that at the time, a lot of us were depressed. I didn't know the word
Yeah.
depression at the time. We didn't understand what we were going through, but the emotions we were going through were depressed. A lot of us were depressed. My closest friend in secondary school at the time, beautiful girl, loved her hair was so long
Mm-hmm.
that she made me cut that hair. She just came to me one day and said,
Oh my
cut this
God.
hair for me. It wasn't later that I realized that it was because one of the teachers really loved her hair. It was because of her hair
Oh
that
no.
it was the hair that attracted the man to her, or well, because he really used to fiddle with her hair and be very inappropriate with her. And then when I cut that hair, hey, I suffered.
Oh no.
I really, really suffered. They punished me a lot in school. I mean, I was always quick to say, I'll call my mother.
Yeah.
Because really, I'll call my mother. What did I do?
Did you have any opportunity to report to anyone?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. There was somebody, we had a counselor. She was safe to talk to. I'll say for me because we didn't have the same upbringing, so they were not as open as I was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to talk about certain things, but because of the way that I was, because I was outspoken, I would listen to them, I would
Mm-hmm.
comfort them. So a lot of them would come to me with. Then I'll say, okay, what
Oh,
if I don't say your
wait.
name?
A lot of them will come to you, I assume,
Yes, a lot of the my
because you're
friends.
easy to
I
talk
mean,
to.
yes, because I was easy to talk to,
Mm.
and they knew that I was safe. So let me give you an instance. I had
Yeah.
a full sister
Mm-hmm.
that we did GSS2 up until SS3, and then when she got to SS3, she changed completely
Mm-hmm.
because she now started to date one of the teachers, and
Oh.
then the other teachers started to use her to recruit other girls.
Oh wow.
Yes. And she now became so mean that everybody started to avoid her. And then because she and I were close for years, like we were practically sisters,
Mm-hmm.
she and I were very close for years. So the other girls will come to me and say this and this and this. I mean, they will lure them with how much? 100 naira, 200 naira,
Oh my God.
give you meal, give you food. What kind of food gone did we have back in the day that they are giving these small, small children, to sleep with them?
That's
So
horrible.
it was
Oh my.
really terrible. That's why when you asked me about,
Boarding
I had
school.
to think to look for the word because it took me, I had to repress a lot of these memories. And it wasn't until recently, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, that they started to come back to me in big. But yeah, this person, she was so horrible to the other girls. And then they would come to me and say, oh, this person came to me because they would call her. Okay, so let me give you a normal scenario in school. So
Mm-hmm.
after light out, say we do our night prep,
Mm-hmm.
do your night prep, everybody go back to your hostels. And then the very naughty students who in the corners or in the classrooms at night, smooshing or doing whatever. Me, I know the kind of whom I came from, and my mother's voice never left my head.
Mm-hmm.
I had a boyfriend though, but he will send somebody to come and call me. I will pretend to be sleeping. And he say, oh, she's sleeping. Because it's not me that will be hanging out with you in the classroom and
Yeah.
then we get caught. Hey, God forbid. While the students are doing that, the teachers are also doing that. So immediately
Mm.
they turn off the light, their babes will go to them. And
Mm-hmm.
then this person that I'm referring to can say, oh, I want to go to the talk shop to get snacks or something. Please come
Mm-hmm.
with me. They lie. The moment you leave the girls' hostel and you walk past a certain point,
Yeah.
those teachers have, there are two of them that had cars. They'll park their cars and turn off their light. Once you walk past them, well, anything your way your eyes see, will collect them like that.
Oh my God.
That's what they were doing. Yes, that's what these people were doing. But we had this woman that I used to go to because I lost my dad when I was 15. I was in secondary
Mm-hmm.
school. That changed the trajectory of my life. I didn't even understand that that happened until I was grown, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I became a different person, and the teachers could see that because I was very bright, but I suddenly became this angry person.
Yeah.
I would refuse to stay in class and all of that. So I had to see the counselor, and then I was seeing her like a couple days a week. So I would share with her some of these things, and then she asked me, oh, can you tell me their names? I mean, because I know that they had confided in me and begged
Yeah.
me not to say their
Mm-hmm.
names, I would not say, right?
Yeah.
So it was just also, we had our own group where we'll sit down. Imagine secondary school girls sitting down to discuss about sex, about abortions.
Oh
Go.
God. Yes. Yes.
And then we had our own group of of virgins that you
Jabotas
know
that don't know
exactly.
anything, they're
You will just
just
nod. You will just
innocent
be
and all
nodding
of that.
along when they
Oh,
are talking. So, oh, have you done this? You will say,
yeah.
yes, we've done it. Forward. Downwards, it was a lot of crazy experiences. Like I said, we had a lot of older kids in my school. And even then, we didn't know, the brain of a 17-year-old is not the brain of a 25-year-old. It's not the
No,
brain of a 35-year-old. It's not the
no,
brain of a 40-year-old. Yeah.
no, no, it's not.
So it wasn't until I was in my 30s, maybe mid 30s, that some of these memories started to come back to me because I had to repress a lot of the things that happened there. I had to repress.
Mm-hmm.
And when I left secondary school, when I left the boarding house, I had a snake bite incident
Yes. Yeah.
that
I
happened
remember.
while we were planning our end of the year party. I was the
Party.
social prefect.
Yeah.
And after that happened, I left school immediately and I never went back. So I lost contact with almost everyone because I ended up in the hospital. I was in the hospital for months. So my bag, my things, my clothes, and then we have like a yearbook where
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think it was slum
A
book.
slum
Call
book,
it slum book,
yes.
a
You
slum
write all
book, yes.
those nice things for the people you like,
Exactly.
people you don't
So
like, your
mhm,
secret messages.
your interest. And then we had, it was I think GSM had just been introduced to Nigeria at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom had a GSM, my brother had one. So you put in contact. So most people didn't feel mine because I left school for graduation, and then I left Abuja. I didn't even look back. Honestly, if I had a good experience in the boarding house, I would have gone to University of Abuja easily. Because most of my friends attended University of Abuja or maybe Zaria, Kaduna, Kefi. I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to leave that environment entirely. Like, no, I am not going to be around this kind of people because of the experience that I had, in the
Okay.
boarding house. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard this story before, and hearing it again is
hmm
so
I mean, I had
disheartening
to do
to
summary.
think.
It's happening,
Yeah,
honestly. I had
it's
to do like a
terrible.
summary.
And it hasn't even improved, but I don't want us
Nope.
to go further into the bad side of things, yeah? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sorry that you had that experience. But
Thank
were
you.
there
Rightful
some
so.
good things that you remember?
Yes.
A few good
Oh my
things. Tell me
goodness.
two or three
A
things.
few good things. Wow. I enjoyed sport
Mm-hmm.
in secondary school. And I remember saying to somebody in recent times that if that aspect of my life had been developed,
Yeah.
I would have easily been an athlete by now. I don't know if I would have gone pro or maybe sustained injury and never, but I would have explored the option to be an athlete because I really enjoy sport. I played a lot of sports in secondary school. I played volleyball, I played basketball, I played football,
Yeah.
I ran, I did shot put,
Oh God.
and I was a very, very key player in all of these sports, right?
Wow.
That in volleyball, no one could beat my house because Rolake was on the team. And it was like that for years that I even had to join a group to represent Abuja
Mm-hmm.
to play volleyball and I think also basketball. Oh my goodness. I played a lot of sports. I really enjoy that. And I'm enjoying it too right now. I think it's one of the reasons why my fitness journey is going really good. What else did I enjoy in secondary school? Wow, I did
What about
so much
music?
activity.
Did you do
Yeah, I
any
did so
socials
much.
around music?
I was the social prefect.
Uh-huh.
I was made social prefect because, first of all, Ralaka is from Lagos. I mean, my sister also is from Lagos, but she is not as outspoken as I am. Rolake is the talkative. She's everywhere. Everybody liked her. I've always been a fashion
Popular
trendy
girl.
popular. I was so popular in school that everybody knew me. Every single body. Junior students loved me. Senior students, of course, there were lots of hate vibes from the senior babes.
Standard.
Yes,
Standard.
we'll sing that. I belong to a group called the TLC. I was there was T-Boss, Left Eye,
Oh
and
God.
what's the other
Chili.
third?
Chili.
Chili.
So which one were you?
I think I was T-Boss.
Of
No,
course.
Gloria was T-Boss. Was Left Eye. I was either T-Boss or Chili. What? No, 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 I was T-Boss.
Oh, right. Okay.
So they one was T-Boss, one was yeah. So we would I will sing. We sang Scrub. We sang Oh my. Are you joking? That Deborah will put black tape on her
Yes.
on her face as left eye.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I did dramas, I did debate. I was one of the best. You couldn't beat me in a debate in secondary school. So that was one of the things that made me so, I don't want to use the word arrogant, right? But I'll
Yeah.
say to the teachers, not to the students,
Mm-hmm.
because they try to, as they used to say, clip my wings. I
Mm-hmm.
will clip your wings in this school. Imagine a grown up man saying that to a teenager. I'll
So
clip
it's
your wings.
so inappropriate.
Exactly. What wings are you clipping? But they know that Rolake's results, I think SS1, just three, SS1 first term, I had, I think, 11 A's. And I was one of the few students that had that kind of
Mm-hmm.
result
Mm-hmm.
in SS1. So they knew that I was doing very well in school. They knew that I was great at sports and all of that. So they didn't have anything per se to say, okay, this is why we want to punish her unnecessarily, right?
Yeah.
And then when they want to do things like that, I would always say, okay, I- I'd like to inform my mom. Can I call my mom? you know, but I had great friendships. Honestly, I made sports. I did everything in secondary school, Toby. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yes.
I had a
Yeah.
great time. I was an excellent student. I was A plus. And the only reason why I didn't get the head girl position was I didn't know math and I was stubborn about not knowing math. The math teacher had to be my personal tutor. The school had to say, we want this math teacher to tutor Rolake because I was being groomed to be the head girl. But there was a trend for the head girls in my school, the head
Mm-hmm.
girl, the assistant. The trend was we knew that these men usually,
Mm.
you are the easiest target to have inappropriate
Relations with.
relations
Yeah.
with. And so because of that, I mean, I was naive, obviously. It's not like I knew I was just very stubborn that no, I don't want this position.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be the head girl. So I refused. And because of that, so people will have to vote, teachers will vote, students will
Mm-hmm.
vote, for the position. So everybody said, eh? So if Falake is not the social prefect, who will now be the social prefect of this set? Lie, it has to be me. Lie, it has to be Rolake. Oh wow. I had so many friends. Good.
Yeah.
Poetry also. I also believe that if that aspect of me had been developed, I would be an excellent poet today. I would have been one. I have no regret, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, But hey, it's just I'm somebody that you can stay picked early. It's
Mm,
just
mm-hmm.
now that I'm trying to look within myself and say, look, I know that I have certain things in me that I can work on or build on or whatever. But yes, so I did
Yeah.
poetry also. I can't remember, but there was a poetry competition that we did in Abuja that I was amongst the top three. If I wasn't one, I was either second or third. I don't remember. They gifted us a trip to Yankari Games. Oh my goodness. I can never forget that experience. So we went from Abuja to Bauchi to the Yankari Games. That was my first and only time ever being there. And imagine me going to Yankari Games as a teenager. People that go there as adults, they will tell you about their
Mm-hmm.
wonderful experiences.
Yeah.
I mean, having the freedom to do whatever you want to do, stay wherever you want to stay. We stayed in the hostels because they had hostels, so they put the children, the teenagers in the hostels. It was still
Mhm.
a very wonderful and great experience. So
Okay.
yeah, it was mixed feelings. So if you take out, which we cannot take out, honestly, take out the experience with the teachers and how they were. I had a great time with my friends. I made good friends. We had great times. Wow. I
Yeah.
mean, staying up all night, talking about your dreams, talking about schools, like, oh, we're going to go to this school, we're going to go to University of Abuja, go to, I remember telling my mother that, oh, I'm going to University of ABU Zaria. I said, no problem. You want to call Lumalo Zaria? Nobody's coming with you there. As long as you can take yourself to that Zaria, get admission, and be there, you're fine. Then bye bye. Good luck to you. And then I had a crush on my closest friend. We both were crushing on each other. But I had a boyfriend at the time. And wow, teenagers are so foolish.
Tell me about
There's
it.
something, there's something that the SS3 boys used to do at the time that once you're in SS3, you have more than one girlfriend. You have a main girlfriend and then you have like a side girlfriend, right?
Eh? From
Yes,
secondary school.
yes, yes.
I
So it's like a rite of passage for the boys. So
see.
once you're in SS3 like this, like you have your own babe, but you
Mhm.
have another babe.
Do these
What?
babes know each other?
Yes, now
They know each other,
my own boyfriend was dating my own friend
and you didn't have a
behind my
problem
back.
with it.
Of course, I had a problem with it. It's just
Okay.
something that we never. He would deny it now.
Yeah.
Some would deny it. There were others that will,
I mean, as
do it with their
kids,
chest.
really,
Hmm.
what would you even do? What do
Exactly.
you
What
know,
would you?
really?
A boyfriend, this one. And then if you're not doing things with your own boyfriend and somebody else is doing things with your own boyfriend, well,
Since
you either have to give it up. If you are not doing all the smooshies and the kissing and the so
okay.
yeah, it was one of my friends that was dating my own boyfriend secretly at the time. I was also crushing on my friend, and that was actually what gave me the confidence to crush on my friend.
Okay.
And then you know how you think that you're doing something and people don't know
Mm-hmm.
in your mind, people don't know what's happening because obviously
Yeah.
when we're around each other,
Yeah.
obviously when we're around each other, the word chemistry was going around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are around us and they say, you say, chemistry, chemistry, because obviously they said that the both of us had chemistry
Mm-hmm.
between us.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was so bad that he now had to get in a relationship
Really, just to
just to come
avoid the
out.
talking.
Exactly. Just to avoid you dey crush on Rolake will be kitty come babe. Then oh wow. Honestly, you look back now, it's one of the things I don't like about dating these days. Because then you could survive on one hug or the smell of your crush for weeks. You can live on it and just dream about that hug or dream about wearing his cardigan,
Yeah.
and then you're just enjoying that. But today, you meet somebody, you collect number today, you're sharing notes tomorrow,
Oh my
in
God.
3 weeks, it's all over.
Okay. Well, now that we're on the topic of modern dating, what's the thing you like the most and the thing you don't like about modern dating? Are you dating? I know you're single.
Single.
Yeah. How are you navigating that world?
I'm deliberately single because I'm dating myself.
Okay.
I'm
That's
saying it out
great.
loud for the first time. The way I see it,
Yeah.
or the way I've been going about it is that I'm dating myself. I am not willing to enter into a situationship, a friends with benefit, a talking stage, all of those things. I am not willing to put myself in any of those entanglements. I have a focus, and my focus is how do I become richer than I am right now? How do I take care of myself for the next 10 years at least? How do I go to bed at night and sleep and not have anxiety and worries about what to eat, what to wear, where to live, right? For at least a decade. That is what I have on my mind right now. My personal or human desires does not supersede those feelings.
Yeah.
I am being honest with myself. Because if they do, then I would put myself in situations or entanglement just for the purpose of fulfilling flesh righteousness. I'm doing it for me. Yeah, there's no religion backing to it, or there's no spiritual reasons. It's just where I am in my headspace at the moment. So, yes, the flesh will flesh, but it does not supersede my desire to grow as a human being, as an individual, succeed. And so, because of that, I am not willing to date. Now, having said that, I am not against it either. There's been so many people coming my way these days, so we have no
Yeah.
idea. So, just yesterday morning, somebody started to talk to me a couple of days ago, maybe 5 days now. I've been talking every day, we're buzzing. I'm always very curious when people just come from nowhere and they are talking to me like, okay, how can I help you? Good morning. What's your name? What's happening? May I meet you? Please introduce yourself. Tell me what you want. And then he said all of that. And then, oh, so do you have a boyfriend? I do have a boyfriend. I'm not looking for a boyfriend. Why? Thank you for asking. I'd rather not say.
How do they take
And
it
it's not
when you
only
say that? What's usually the response?
so for this particular person, I think he said LOL, okay, no worries. And then so I now proceeded to end the conversation and I said, no, miss, please, if you don't mind, I'd like to keep this communication going, whatever. I said, okay, fine. Yeah, so we're still chatting. He has messaged me this morning and I haven't responded because I'm not going to say I'm not looking for something and then I'm putting energy, a lot of energy into it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yeah. Do you find that
that
when you tell men that you are not looking for this thing, it doesn't deter them? They still pursue you like, oh, she's not serious. She'll change her mind.
pursue you.
Yeah.
That's exactly when they pursue you. They are going to chase you so vehemently with so much gusto and say, men love the chase.
They do.
Men love to chase.
It's like a challenge to them. Like,
Yes,
gonna
and
get
as a matter of fact, I don't mind saying I'm single because I am single. But when you say you are single, it doesn't deter. But at the same time, they then start to think that something is wrong with you, which I don't care, right? Because they're looking at you like this gorgeous woman, this gorgeous person, you're single, how? But I'm not going to go as far as saying, oh, I'm in a relationship or whatever. The other day, a youth copper accosted me, khaki and white.
The audacity.
He accosted me and I almost scolded him. Like I had to pause after because he started to follow me. Like, oh, you're beautiful. I'd like to get to know you better. And I kept looking at myself that what is going on? Why? Why are you following me? I had to pause and say, what is going on? Why are you following me? Like, please, could you give me your number? No. Socials? No. Are you married? No. Do you have a boyfriend? No. So why don't you want? No. That's what. No, that's my exact response.
A youth copper. Come on, it's probably what,
A youth
23?
copper. Yes.
God no.
And then he followed me up until he entered my street, and then I had to pause and say, at this time, young man, I will do whatever it is to protect myself. And then he said, what do you mean? I said, you're following me home. You're not supposed to do that. I need you to make a decision right now. I said no to you multiple times. You want to keep following me? Anything where I see, go collect
Click
them.
on like that.
And then he said, okay, you know what? I'll see you around. And I said, I'll see you around too, bro. And then I walked away. And what was so funny about that incident was, I think a couple of days later, I was at the gym. I was working out with two guys. One was talking about his friend. So the person I was training with, we're training core together. He has an older friend that they train together often. I think the man is 59 and he looks warm, like he's fit. Yeah, big muscle, big chest, big triceps. I mean, he's an elderly person, but hey, he looks fantastic for a 59-year-old person, man. So one thing led to another, and then he said, "This man inspires me so much. I'm trying to be like this person." Da 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 da. This man is a sugar daddy. I then playfully now said, oh, mommy, so I want to be a sugar mommy, but the sugar is not available right now. Now I said, are you? How can you be a sugar mommy? Are you not 29?
Try again, boy. Try
I said,
again.
I said 29, 30. Are you saying I look 29, 30? He said, yes, Abby. 29, 30. He repeated 29, 30. I said, no, I'm 40. This person was laying on the floor and he sat up, Toby. He sat up and said, what? You know that Nollywood take
Yes.
off your glasses
Yes.
exactly expression. He said, what? You're 40. He said, no, you're not 40. Then he called the 59-year-old man, said, bros, I beg, come. And then he narrated to him and said, please, this person, how old does she look? And then he said 29, 30, Toby. I said, oh, no wonder why a youth couple will be following me. Because why else will a youth copper be accosting me to collect my number? To say, please.
Age me.
Exactly. And this same person that I was telling you that I still left on red as at this morning and we're talking yesterday, I asked him just last night how old he was, and he said 32.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I really don't know what to make of it because a lot of younger people have been on my case. I don't know, maybe it's because of the environment. I honestly do not know. But they just assume that I am probably in my early 30s or late 20s. I know that I look my age. I know that for a fact. In fact, I feel it in my body.
There's the way I understand it is you know our society, when women they get to a certain age, you stop seeing them do certain things. They don't go out the way we do. They don't go to the kind of places that we do.
Yeah.
And you most certainly will not find them in the gym. They're also married at 40,
True.
probably with 3 children. The first one is maybe age 10 or 12 or even 15. So
True.
they usually wouldn't guess that's your age because, you don't find women in that kind of environment. So it's part of it. The second part of it is younger men love older women. I don't know how to explain it. If it is because they know that you're experienced, they can enjoy certain things that they won't get from their age or younger. It's just from what I have read on the internet that it's a very nice experience for younger men, and it's a thing of pride for them to say, I am with this woman who is 10 years, 5 years, whatever number of years older than me. And it's something that they brag about most times. So yeah, you're at that cougar age.
Yeah.
You've been on this cougar journey long before when we were even in our 20s. And I used to tease you about how where do you find all these people that are younger than you?
In fact, right now, one of my old young lovers, lover, has been trying to reconnect with me. And I was just scolding him before I got on this podcast. Really,
Scolding.
I was just scolding him like, listen, I'm not your mother, okay? He's 32. No, it's 33, I think. Yes, it's 33 this year. You know, and I was just scolding him based on this context, right? You know, based on that, I am not dating, currently not dating. I'm not looking for a man. No, I am not looking.
Yeah.
The Bible says a man shall find and clean. Yeah, not the woman shall find or look for. Everybody coming my way, I'm looking at them and then I'm sifting. If they are worthy of my attention, I give it to you. If they are not worthy, I cast you aside. So that's where I'm at. And I do not care. I am past the age of, oh, so children, oh, so marriage. I know exactly what I want out of life. If I was desperate to settle down, then I would desperately be looking for man, or I would have desperately settled down. It's not because nobody has asked me to marry them. No, I'm single because this is what I want for myself at this time, at this moment in my life, and that is what I am focused on. I mean, yes, okay, so how do you deal with the loneliness? Loneliness comes, of course, loneliness comes with being single, but there are things that you do not dwell on. If you dwell on it, it germinates a seed and then it grows, but you don't dwell on it. As a matter of fact, there are times that when I start to have those, oh my goodness, I'm bored. Oh, I want to go out. I want to be around people or whatever. Give it a moment and then it passes. That's how I deal with it. Like it just passes. Because after I'm thinking, oh, then I have to dress up. Oh, then I have to make nice. Then I have to spend money. Then I have to smile. Then it just passes.
So it's also important to know why you're single. A lot of people who do all the, oh, you're lonely as a single person, they are either very desperate to be in a relationship, which is already the wrong reason to be in a relationship. And if you're single, you should be able to find other hobbies and things that you fill your time with. Being in a relationship is not going to solve certain things. If you're not able to be by yourself, you really have no business being in a relationship, because that is usually the beginning of problems.
Yes. And thank you for saying that one. What I also will add to that is that people are not honest with themselves.
100%.
They are
Yeah.
not they are not honest. They will say, "Oh, of course I'm fine with being single. Oh, I don't mind." And then their actions and their way of life,
It's opposite.
it's in stark contrast
Yeah.
to what they are saying. It doesn't
Yeah.
align.
Yeah.
And you know that I've had this experience with at least one person that I would not name, but they gave a narrative to me, but what they were doing in secret was different. In their relationship was so different. And this person is in her 40s.
Yeah.
And you're obviously desperate to settle down, but you're saying, "Oh, I don't want a man. I don't need a man. I don't care. I don't this. I don't that." And that's what I was going off on. And then you would come to me with man issues, lying while you are being a different person entirely. So people are not honest with themselves.
Nah, that's the number one thing. You can lie to everybody, but please don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to
Exactly.
yourself, because it's going to be
Don't
you
lie to
dealing with it.
yourself. Yes, in the sense that while you are saying one thing and doing another thing, you are causing chaos in your own life.
Yeah.
That's
And you're
what it
going
does.
and you're
That's what
going into the
it does
wrong
to you.
relationships, because you already, as a person, don't know who you are. You haven't defined what you wanted first. You're chasing this thing where you think, oh, once I have a man, I'm going to be fine. It's going to solve all these problems. But you need to know who you are first, so that you can even make the right decisions in selecting a partner. You know what to look out for, and you know, I can take this, I will not take this. I want children, I don't want children. Things like that. You should have all of that sorted as yourself first before you now join another person.
And that's why solitude is important in an adult's life, Toby.
It's important. Yeah.
Solitude is important because when you spend time with yourself, you'll be able to say, these are the things that I want. These are the things that I can tolerate. How do I modify certain behaviors when I have somebody else living in my space?
And you can even decide if you even want to be in a relationship in the first place.
That is exactly where I'm going to. Because it's solitude that has brought that to my realization, right? I am somebody that the way that I was raised, I'm very family oriented. I don't hate children, none of that. I am a great host and all of that. But spending time with myself has made me realize that deep down, in as much as I enjoy doing this, I mean, I was a chef for at least a decade, and that's a job that you have to be in service to people. You have to host, you have to be a good be a good host and then serve people. And then I realized that in my personal space is not something that I like to do. I don't like to do that because people take advantage of things like that. I also realized that it's one of the reasons why I've ended up in long-term relationships. Sometimes the relationship that I shouldn't even be in. Because they feel relaxed. They come around you, you're a great host, they go, damn, this is my last boss. So
I'm comfortable here.
until they get bored or they find something more interesting or they don't want to be around that anymore. But I also found that about myself in solitude, that I'm great at all of these things. I'm somebody that you can wake up at whatever time of the day, whether a lover or a friend or a child, to say, I want to have this meal or I want you to do this for me. Being somebody that my love language is acts of service, right? Because of that, I know these things, and so I have refused. I don't want to entertain anyone. If I am doing that because I want to, if I want to entertain you, I entertain you. So I've sat down to think about this. I've had time to be with myself enough to understand that. More, I don't want another person in my space like that. Honestly, well, I don't want.
I don't want.
I'm not against marriage. I am 40. If I'm getting married today, tomorrow, it's not to go back on certain standard or lifestyle that I have. It's to bring it in and mix it up with what I have currently going on, right? So I'll say, for example, as a 40-year-old woman, I'm going into a relationship tomorrow. I'm not doing a one bedroom or two bedroom apartment with a man. I don't believe in having the same bedroom with a man because I also like to have my own space. And you can bear me witness that when I come to your own house to spend the night, I don't even like to sleep on the same bed with you. I will comfortably put duvet on the floor and spread Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's solitude that will teach you certain things about yourself. I love to cuddle. I love to do all of those things, right? But we don't understand, we don't know ourselves enough sometimes
Yes.
to hop into, some of these relationships. That's why there are certain issues that you would not even have in certain relationships. Like very wealthy people don't have the issue of we're sleeping in one bed in one night. If you live in a mansion, you have 8 bedrooms, you have closets the size of a swimming pool. You think people will be worried about who is making their bed and who is not making their bed, right? Yeah. So I like to encourage women to listen. You have to sit with yourself sometimes. You have to
Yes. What are
be
you running away
silent.
from? Can't you be by
What are you have to be
yourself?
I
What
mean,
is chasing you? Eh?
and if that silence is chasing you into somebody's arm, and you know that wow, but there's times that you have to understand yourself enough,
Yeah.
right? You have to understand yourself enough to say, okay, these are the things that I'm willing to compromise on.
Yeah.
I am not against relationships. I'm not against marriage. I'm not against all of that. I'm a lover girl at my very core.
Yeah, so
Being an
the hot topic of Nelly and Ashanti has been everywhere now. How they came back
Mm,
together, they dated and all of that. There are people who really
yeah,
love it, like me. I love it.
yeah,
And there are people who
yeah,
really hate it. So now, Rolake, how would
yeah.
you feel if, let's say, which of your boyfriends now from the past, like any one of
None,
them, comes back
none,
now and says, "Love of my life,
none.
I want
Stop.
you. Let's do this."
You know, there's a particular one that has been coming back. Hey, you will not even
It
believe
keeps
this.
popping up at intervals every like
Yes.
2 to 3 years.
Now, let me say this for the sake of this podcast.
Oh God.
You can say that Rolake is all manner of things, right? But this man will not leave me alone.
Dude.
Toby, they will not leave me alone. Rolake is this. Rolake is that.
Yeah.
Rolake is this. But they have refused to leave me alone. There are some that I have cut off connections from completely or destroyed. I didn't just burn the bridge down, the water under the bridge, the soil under the bridge, I have destroyed and made into lava. The air is polluted to the point that you cannot come back to me and say, I
Hey
want to pack
God.
this and come back to this girl. But the ones that I've just, pushed away, they're still coming back. E.g., my American lover, let's not mention his name. Just yesterday or 2 days ago, I woke up, I saw American number, called me. Who is this? Message me on what? I didn't even message you. Called me on WhatsApp, called me on my phone, and then I woke up. I didn't bother to call. I just messaged hello question mark. Only for them to respond to say, "Hey Rolake, this is XYZ." I said, "What's going on? What do you want?" Oh, it's been a while. I'm just saying, hey. I just put thumbs up to that response. There's going to say, okay, thank you for checking in. Oh, how? No, I just put thumbs up because really, leave me alone. And then there's one of this is 2025.
Yeah.
Since 2000 and you know one particular one. Since 2006 or 7, this person will message me at least once a year. And this is somebody that, according to his friends, Rolake,
Yeah, bad. Oh, I know who it is. I know who it is.
yes. Last year, December, this person messaged me. I told you, this person messaged me, called me, I didn't respond, and then messaged me. And then I said, who is it? And then he said, this is this. And then I said, what's up? Like, oh, you don't have my number. I said, did they use your number collect visa?
I tire.
Did they use your number collect visa? And then he laughed and said, oh, you're still crazy. Yeah.
Really?
So why are you here? It's been how many years? 2006 or 1000. This is 2025. What are you looking for? There's no single one, Toby. The answer is no. There's no single. Aha. I saw another one in church. You know that one too. We're in the same unit.
Oh.
We're in the same
I beg.
unit.
Yes. I know that one.
He has a
That's
son.
church one. No way.
Yes.
Is he married?
The other day, obviously, so we locked eyes for like half a second. And then I looked away. So he and his son, they were uncle. He were white native, and the boy too were white native. Maybe not more than 3 or 4 years. That's what me say, don't marry, but after all the havoc that you caused in this unit, jumping from one woman to another to another to another, who now ended up marrying you?
Church boys.
Yes,
They
they
are
are the worst kind.
no for
And
me.
speaking of, before when we talk about how Nigerians can just be vulnerable unprovoked because of
Yeah,
the common hardship, it's
yeah.
how it is in the church environment. There are certain environments that women are, or people, I don't want to say women, people generally, allow
Mm.
themselves to be vulnerable. Church is
Yeah,
an instance, is a
yeah.
very good place to get praise. People prey on people easily
Very
in
much.
those environments.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's why church boys are most prolific when it comes to all of these evil behaviors,
Yeah.
and then they
Mm-hmm.
do it with the name of God. And
Mm-hmm.
then when you read the Bible that is particularly made for men, right,
Yep.
you will understand why.
Yeah.
Because there is Solomon, there is David, oh, the man after God's heart, a mass murderer.
Such great role models.
Yes, and people are still naming their children after this man now.
Yeah.
They've forgotten that God did not allow David build him a temple because God said, "Ejete pojulo where there's too much blood on your hands."
Mm-hmm.
But they are naming their children after him. Then there's Solomon also. The point we're trying to make is that no, there's
No,
no
no
single
spinning, no spinning
man.
block for you.
I'm not spinning any block. There's no single man that I will spend. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that's why I put in the effort to make the relationship work. If it doesn't work, then let everybody go their ways. But I don't even do friendship. There's no single ex that I do friendship with. That, oh,
Mm.
can we be friends? Listen,
Yeah, you've always been that
there's a
way.
lot of effort.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a lot of effort. You put in effort into friendships, no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So why do
100%.
you now say let's go from lovers to friends? So if we were friends, how come we can't be lovers? Duh.
Yes.
Thing.
Mm.
Yes. So once it's done, get behind me. I don't keep them. I don't keep exes around me. I don't entertain them. Nothing. I don't do none of that. So there's no single ex. But the truth is that they will always come back. Even my last ex, while we're together, there was
Mm.
one that came back and it was right there when the person was messaging me. And I intentionally showed him my phone and said, "Look at this person. Can you
Yeah.
see?"
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't like say you don't get sense because I don't know, you're acting
Like,
like
you don't know who
no.
you're with.
Exactly. I know the thing. I know the person that I am. I know obviously nobody is perfect, and I don't like the cliche of nobody only pass. And
Like
I
that
bring a
too.
lot to the table. A
Even
lot.
even even that phrase, nobody is perfect, is unnecessary because yes, of course,
Yeah.
as human beings, we are not perfect. It
Mm-hmm.
already downplays the fact that you do so many good things. It's like trying to say,
Yeah.
oh, but mm-mm.
That's why I'm withholding intentionally. I don't entertain men. Like my friends now, I'm building a new community in my gym. I go to several, I think three. I rotate three at this time. And one thing that I say to them that is very common is, oh, when can I visit? I say, I do not entertain men. Nobody comes to my house. I don't entertain men. I don't do it.
Mm.
And one of them said, oh, but if a man invites you, you gotta say yes.
Ah.
If you invite me, I don't invite myself to a man's house either. You are not welcome in my house, neither am I inviting myself to your house. So I don't give all of that. In friendships, I do the best that I can, but there are certain privileges that comes with
Being your
being
friend.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and then I just don't do that. They say the way to a man's heart is through his belly, and they lose their sense. If you don't give man food, chop once, twice. He has lost his senses. He doesn't like you. He doesn't want to be with you, but he doesn't want to stop enjoying that privilege. And because they're selfish and they're wicked, they want
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
dominate and stay and put
Yeah.
their mark on you. And I
Yeah.
don't allow things like that.
Yeah.
I don't entertain it. So that's my stand. Did I answer your question?
You did, you did. Okay,
Yeah.
tell me, over the past few years, you've really taken up fitness and you've gone very hard at it. You started doing your training at home, you lost a lot of weight,
Yeah.
and then you started
Yeah.
going to the gym. So tell me, how has this helped you with your mental health? I know that you struggled with depression at one time and you've come out shining, like you're so
Yeah.
much better now, and physically too.
Yeah.
So tell me, if
Yeah.
anybody else who is thinking about taking up fitness, especially at this age in their 40s, how did you start and what are some of the benefits? How do you keep up?
How did I start? One, well, my mother and father and brother died in the space of 2 years due to heart attack, heart failure. So there's a heart problem in my family. It's hereditary. Me and my surviving siblings were all hypertensive. So I became hypertensive 5 years ago. I had a mini near heart attack.
Yeah.
Because I said mini near because I remember when my brother passed, before he passed, he had similar symptoms, grabbing his left shoulder and saying, "Oh, I have discomfort here."
Mhm.
And immediately that happened to me, I just picked on it and then ended up in the hospital. My blood pressure was over the roof. So it was either, okay, do you want to die? Do you want to leave? Kind of thing. And then I said, okay, let me put in. It's not that I really cared to live at after my mom passed, I didn't want to be alive, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I remember that.
but but it
It was
took
a hard time.
every yeah, it was difficult, but I took one day at a time. And then when that happened, I said, okay, so let me put in some efforts into this. I didn't My fitness journey did not begin because I wanted to look aesthetically pleasing, or
Yeah.
because I wanted to grow my bum, or because somebody called me fat. I didn't care about things like that. I've always been a chubby girl,
Mm.
right? I was chubby throughout my teenage years. I think my 20s, I was a size 12 or two. I was never concerned about my weight. Not that people didn't pick on me at any point, but it didn't stop me from dating. It didn't stop people from being interested in me, men and women alike. So
Mm.
it wasn't a to look good situation for me. It was more of my health. And I said, okay, so let's give living a chance and see if it's really worth it, right? And I think at the time I think I was 95 kg, and I hadn't joined the gym at the time. I think I was 35, 36, if I remember correctly. And what I remember was that I hadn't joined the gym at the time. And there was something that I held on to, that if I join the gym, I'm never going to stop. That was what I had in my mind. And so because of that, I said, okay, before I join the gym, what can I do to get myself going and start with before I joined the gym? So I started to, I love to dance.
Yes,
I
I remember
I
that.
started to dance. I remember lockdown. I stayed away from news completely because every day you turn on the news is dead,
100 people died.
disaster. So I stayed away from
Yeah.
news completely. And then I would watch MTV Base or one of the music channels, and then I would dance for about 1 hour, 30 minutes, for 5 minutes, depending on my mood. But I was doing that every day consistently. And then I would take walk. I do 7 kilometers or 8 kilometers. I was doing that at least once or twice a week. I lost about 9 to 10 kg. I did that without going to the gym. And then one of my closest friends, my childhood friend, he at the time was already a gym rat. And even at this point, I already had a fully equipped home gym at the time. So I'll often go to his house and then I'll train there maybe once or twice,
Yeah.
and then I remember saying to me that, Rolake, as in your energy, if you tap into this fitness lifestyle, I swear to God, you are going places. Stop playing about. Then I was like, whoa, to join the gym is expensive. He said, okay, you people say it's money. I'll pay for your gym membership 3 months today if
Mm.
you are ready. I said, oh, yeah, now let's go.
I love that.
He paid for it. I don't have clothes to wear. We went to his wardrobe. I started my gym journey. I'll say gym, not fitness journey. My gym journey by wearing his clothes, his gym clothes. So I went to see his wardrobe, picked out some of his clothes, his t-shirt. I picked out the things that I like, and that's how I joined. So he paid for my gym membership. He paid for a trainer as well for a month.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to him, man.
Shout out
That's
to
what
him.
friends do.
In fact, so while we're having that conversation, he sends me messages on my Instagram, on my Snap, on my Twitter, and my email. Hashtag fitness, fitness, fitness. Said, well, okay, this is how I'm going to get you hooked. But the same month, September 2021, 2022, that I joined the gym, I have not left. I mean, I already started working out at home, but because I had a mindset, see, it's a mindset thing. I don't convince people to join the gym. I don't convince people to start their fitness journey. It has to come from within. From everything that we've spoken about today, I mean, I already shared that I enjoyed sports as a teenager and I've been an athlete. All of that. I had to
Mm-hmm.
key into those aspects of me that I knew. I knew that I had certain things in me,
Yeah.
right? So it was those things that I held on to. And I remember telling people even before I joined the gym that, oh, more, if I join this gym, it's over for you people. Oh. One or two people have said that to me. Oh, but you were really serious, so that you said this. And I was like, oh, I did. And I joined the gym, and that was it. Now, of course, I had fitness goals at the time. I mean, being hypertensive, wanting to live longer than my brother died at age 40. I'm 40 now. In
Yeah.
fact, before I turned 40, I had a lot of fears, and I didn't think I was going to make it till 40,
Mm.
right?
Oh dear.
But
Yeah.
here I am. I'm going to be 41
In 6 months. It's crazy
I know.
already.
right? So I said, okay, I'm going to live longer than my brother at least. My fitness goal was at the beginning was to lose weight, but I lost some weight before I joined the gym. So
Yeah,
it
with the
now became
walking and the dance.
yeah. So you don't have to join the gym to be fit.
Yes,
I
100%
always preach
agree.
that.
Yeah.
I'm somebody that I still want a fully equipped gym in my home in my future, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
somebody that I love to train alone and it's just what I enjoy. I tune everything out. It's just the way my brain works. But anyways, I joined the gym, I started training, and then I figured that gosh, I love this so much. Now, what are the benefits? For me personally, the physical benefit is a byproduct.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I say it. I mean, yes, you go to the gym and say, today I'm training shoulder, tomorrow I'm training legs,
Mm-hmm.
next tomorrow I'm training core. Yeah. But the physical results for me is a bike. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. That is my goal. That's why I'm very selfish about it. What do I mean by being selfish about it? That if you want to come along with me, like when I go to the gym, I tune up, zone out, I tune people out. If you come into my space and say, oh, let's do this, I'm down for that. But I don't like to say, oh, I need a gym buddy. Let's do the no.
What you mean?
I'm
Yeah.
very selfish about my fitness, and it has helped me so much mentally that I force myself to do difficult things. Example, this conversation we're having here on this podcast, I didn't think about it. As a matter of fact, I wanted it to come and go because that's how my brain works now. Like there's a task coming, rather than procrastinate or push it aside. What my fitness has helped me, the journey has helped me so far to do is let's get it over and done with. And then how I feel after the dopamine rush, that's what I get my high from. And it's easier for me now to even stay away from devices. I am an alcoholic. I'm saying that on record. I'm saying that on record. I'm saying that on record. But this journey has helped me to not depend on vices
Yeah.
to have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
The things that I'm able to do with my body are the things that are giving me joy. People saying I look 29, 30, I know what I feel in my body. I know I feel 40, but hey, thank you for the compliment, right? I am the minority at the gym. That's one of the reasons why I keep to myself. People don't understand that. They think you're being a snob or whatever, but I'm the minority. There are hardly 40 plus women at the gym. Yes, there are women in their 40s. Yes, there are elderly people at the gym, but a lot of them have health conditions like me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even this year, I developed another health condition that if I was in the state of mind that I was in 5, 7 years ago, I probably would have offed myself. But fitness is helping me or is teaching me when I'm not training. I mean, it's not just going to the gym that gives you joy. When you're resting, that's how you grow your muscles, that's how you recover, replenish, and all of that. But it has helped me mentally to be able to wake up every day and face on challenges head on and say, you know what, yes, come on, what today, what does it have for me? Let's go. So things that are seemingly difficult. On a very good day, I would have sat down and dwelled upon what we're doing today and giving it too much thought, and then I'll start to talk myself out of it like, can I do that? Will I be able to communicate this one? But no,
I'm so glad you did it.
after we had that discussion, I just put it out of my mind. Even though I knew that come Sunday, we already have this plan, but I knew that I was prepared to do it, regardless of whether I was physically making preparations or not. It was a task that I had already done in my head and completed. So that's my take home from fitness. The physical aspect of it is just a byproduct. Every single time I leave my house, I go out, even when I'm wearing boo boo, look great. Mentally, it has helped me become stronger. Even more so that I'm influencing people around me. Like
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
sister is also hypertensive. She is a mom of three. She works all the time, but she makes out time to train. Even with
Yeah.
her children, children love to ride bikes and take
Oh.
walks. So, and Sarah, are you going to the gym? Are you going to the gym is part of our normal conversation. My nickname as a young child was man woman. People were calling me man woman. That means they saw something in me that seemed like this person looks a certain way or presents herself. And even at the gym till tomorrow, a lot of people don't know my age, but the way I train like I'm younger. I know how I feel in my body because I just have this strength. Like I don't take pre-workout. There's something called pre-workout that's like it's like an energizer. But I can't take that because I'm hypertensive. And I'm even an elderly person. The benefits are so much more because the older we get, especially as women, you lose muscle mass. And usually when they fall, they break their bones, unable to repair, they don't die. So still have issues. I still have a lot of health concerns. And hey, I'm just carrying on. I'm not dwelling on those things. I'm alive today. I can do what I can do today. Let's go. I'm happy. And that's why I have more good days than bad days. And I do things for myself.
So you would say to encourage anybody who wants to start at home or start by doing something that you like first. Don't pile on too much.
I got skipping rope. I just got a few things and then I started to train at home. I trained at home for a year. I'm a very, very resilient person. Those are the things that I did that helped me on my journey. But the more you accomplish things, the stronger you become.
Yes.
The more confident you become.
You're an attractive person. People see good stuff and everybody wants to be a part of it. Everybody wants a piece of it, be around it. Oh, can I learn from this person? Can I be this person's friend?
Even the people that are hating, Toby,
yes,
they are hating you, but they want to be your friend.
exactly. They want to because they see that light and they all want a piece of it. Okay, so to wrap up, I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions. So you just answer first thing that comes to your mind. Okay. Marvel or DC Universe?
Marvel.
The jollof rice or abula?
Jollof.
Really?
No, I take it back.
Jollof rice or abula? Okay. Two baba or nice?
Oh my god. I'm going to be very partial. You know what, Subaba? It is what it is.
And I know you love nice. Well, you love his music.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Westlife or Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys.
Olamide or Wizkid?
Hey! No, nah. Wow. I pick the both of them. Those are my two. No way. Olamide and Whiskey. You know I'm FC. Hello everyone, I'm FC. Do what you will. I am FC. Nail me to the cross. Bado is Bado. Bado is no. I've been a fan of both of them from the very, very beginning.
Don't you just love how Olamide's music has evolved? You've heard some of his new songs the last 1 year.
Toby, speaking about that, I know how I used to argue with people at urban districts back in the day.
Oh my god.
When they say, Olamide is this, is that, but it cannot evolve. I say, irọ́ ni o, Bado. And when Olamide did, I was so impressed. Like, I'm talking about.
It's been so beautiful to watch the way he dresses, the way he carries himself, his sound.
Olamide is not a boss. You don't like a mafia boss. That's the vibe he's giving now. You walk into a room and you see Badu. You don't say, Badu. You go there, take his hand and kiss his ring. Yeah, that's Olamide's vibe now. I'm loving it for the both of them.
I had fun.
I had fun too.
All right now. Bye.